Right now, your lifelong medical history is scattered across tens, if not hundreds, of centralized healthcare providers. It's out of date in most of those places, it can't be accessed by any doctor without your consent, and the transferring of that information, even when you give consent, is not always reliable. This scattering of data across various organizations leads to diminished quality of care and a slow and laborious process for those in the healthcare industry trying to better understand their patients' full medical history. MediBloc is using cutting-edge technology, and they are blowing up this system that is in dire need of disruption. And yes, even Apple is trying to compete in this space, so you can be pretty sure that this is a market worth understanding. And believe it or not, to date, Apple has not seen much participation from the healthcare sector, as they haven't been able to solve for security, reliability, and transparency. Enter MediBloc and blockchain. And despite how you feel personally about Bill Gates, his foundation is directly supporting MediBloc. I mean, we're talking about a company that is facilitating health insurance claims without paper, making it an entirely secure and digital process. But that's just part of what MediBloc is doing. And as always, for the sake of transparency, I do have a medium-sized position for me in MediBloc that I purchased at 25 cents per coin, which in the short term is a bummer, and you'll hear why shortly. MediBloc is a blockchain-based open-source healthcare information system that released its white paper in October of 2017 and is headquartered in Seoul, South Korea. It compiles a complete history of all patient medical information, validating and securing every change each day on the blockchain. It safely integrates the scattered data from various institutions and can collect the information from computers and smartphones. Patients can then manage their personal records based on their individual needs, choosing who has access to the records, what level of access, and when. And not only this, but software engineers and developers can build new services with the MediBloc platform API to exchange data with the platform and continue to drive these innovations forward over time. And in case you didn't know, healthcare data breaches have doubled since 2014, and in the last 10 years, over 78 million healthcare records have been breached. Healthcare data is incredibly valuable on the black market because these records contain nearly all of a person's sensitive information. According to a TrustWave report, a healthcare data record can sell for $250 on the black market, compared to $5 for payment information like a debit card. And it makes sense, right? Once someone knows their debit card was stolen, they can call and turn it off. But healthcare records have a much longer shelf life and are rich enough for identity theft. Social security numbers can't be easily canceled, and medical and prescription records are permanent. There's also a huge market for health insurance fraud, which is even more lucrative than simply selling the records outright in forums. How big, you might ask? Estimates range from $80 billion annually up to $250 billion every single year. And the healthcare sector is especially vulnerable, as it has to send all of this patient data constantly via email or fax to third parties and to different doctors and health organizations, channels which are very vulnerable to attack. So I found this company using Etherscan this past Sunday night doing some altcoin research, and I had a feeling it was going to make a strong upward move. And it was actually MedX that I saw, the original coin that was swapped out, but don't worry about that. And make a move it did, as this week alone, it's gone from 8 cents per coin to about 25 cents, good for a 3x return in 1 week. And just beware, if you're new to crypto, if you buy in near all-time highs, you need to be prepared to hold for the long term and withstand 50% pullback. Do your research so you have conviction to hold through the bear markets, or you will lose. You need to remember, people that were dollar cost averaging into these projects over months and months will be taking profits on the journey to the moon. But I'm not too concerned with that. I'm much more interested in what this company is doing. When it comes to altcoins, for me, it's all about solving problems, real world utility, and the leadership team. And a quick pro tip, you can use etherscan.io, go to the token dropdown and choose ERC20 top tokens and sort by holders, which is the number of wallets holding the coin, and you can start your research here. Finding projects with only a few hundred or a few thousand holders paired with a market cap in the millions can be an excellent starting point to research a company further. But if you'd like to learn more about finding altcoins, please leave me a comment below. So getting to this MED token symbol MED, it's the cryptocurrency that will operate this system. All MediBloc users, both patients and healthcare providers, will be able to earn MED tokens for contributions to the MediBloc platform. MED can also be used to complete financial transactions for medical and pharma expenses, pay insurance premiums, and a host of other payments as well. Essentially, everyone who touches the MediBloc ecosystem will be incentivized to contribute, and the fast and safe data exchanges will be provided. The MediBloc co-founder, Dr. Wook-Yun Ko, just shared an interview that MediBloc already has significant government backing and is looking to get listed on a major exchange in the coming months to enable Chinese crypto investors access to MED. He said, quote, "The connection between MediPass, hospitals, and insurance companies is actively progressing and is expected to increase very quickly this year." He also mentioned that sometime within the year, they are aiming to allow MED to be staked if you wanted to be a validator for the proof of stake system on the Panacea blockchain. And MediBloc already has a contract signed with a Chinese company to use their technology, but it's been postponed due to the Rona, so that is expected to resume later this year. And to be clear, digital health data is incredibly valued to the field of research, where they rely on up-to-date, accurate, and complete information. Because of this, there are of course health institutions sharing patients' records and data without their permission, violating governmental laws, and often getting away with it because the patient has no idea what's going on. MediBloc can fix all of this, and they are already in the process of giving patients power and control of their personal data and improving the quality of care and efficiency of the healthcare ecosystem. MediBloc is transparently providing information on when, where, and for what purpose healthcare information is being used. Given that their platform is open sourced, everything from medical imaging to lab results and test results, prescriptions, all of it can be securely localized and stored in a decentralized fashion in an easy-to-use application on the blockchain that can be accessed from anywhere. And since it's open source, it can communicate with many other softwares and platforms and can be built upon by developers, just like decentralized apps on Ethereum. KB Insurance, a very well-respected insurance company, has joined MediPass, the medical data blockchain platform, joining Samsung Fire and Marine Insurance and a handful of other insurance companies that are already linked to MediPass, securing over 50% of medical coverage in Korea. MediBloc is also about to launch a blockchain-based vaccine passport, which will confirm each user's vaccine history. As we know, with upcoming travel, this is going to be a big deal, and this allows users to have their digital, secured, verified, and easily accessible and provable vaccination history on the go. This will be the first of its kind in Korea. The service is currently undergoing testing with some top hospitals in the area and is expected to be released in April. MediBloc has also worked with Massachusetts General Hospital, which, by the way, is the longest tenured Harvard Medical School hospital, on a project called Market that's been focused on research through medical imaging that incorporates AI for data labeling. This can be accessed by medical professionals around the world to increase the speed of data gathering and accuracy in the medical imaging field. As you can see, the market cap currently sits around $700 million in the fully diluted market cap, which just shows us the market cap if all tokens that were created enter circulating supply. It's good to know the difference in these figures because if the fully diluted market cap is significantly higher, there's just more coin dilution risk, which typically leads to more volatility. But if you guys would want a deeper dive on this company, let me know below and we can get into a lot more things like the tokenomics and some other aspects of MediBloc. The team is very strong. I went through and researched the C-suite and really liked what I saw. They have great connections in the medical field with doctors as advisors, and it never hurts to have marketing directors that are both lookers. But that's it for this introduction to MediBloc. Please comment below your thoughts. I would love to hear what you guys think about this project. Please like this video if you did. I would greatly appreciate it. Until next time.